Today is a remarkable day because we have some beef, some drama, and it's just something entertaining. So guys, you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. If someone doesn't tell you that they're streaming and you're in their video and you say something you shouldn't say, should they get mad at you or should you get mad at them for not telling you? I don't know, guys. You leave in the comment section below because I'm very interested as to hear your answers. So basically, we have an issue with this guy. His name is Zombies4dumbies. I said I wouldn't say any names in another stream, but now I'm saying some names because now it's gone pretty much. It's gone to another level because see, you know, we all have boundaries and limits and barriers, and so when people break those, and part of those is like, I don't want my voice to be recorded without me knowing, you know. So basically, he gets mad at me for dropping a big nasty word. I'm not gonna say it on my stream because I'm professional, and we're gonna get to that in just a second. See, what do you guys think about the word or this simple like he calls it an organic chat. So basically what that I'll translate it from bullshit to English. What it basically means is that it's an unedited chat where people don't know they're streaming because his philosophy is that if you know you're being streamed, you're not going to act the same. No fucking shit. If you're applying for a job, you're not going to act like a dumbass or a jerk or something when you're applying for a job because you're not going to get that job. It's called being professional. So I mean, like, of course you're going to be different on stream than in real life. I'm different in real life than on stream because see, my streaming, that's my culture, that's my own thing. See, that's not real life. See, I can do that. It's not that I'm being fake, it's just that, like, you know, you guys don't need to hear that side of me that gets angry and pissy and annoying. You guys don't need to hear that because that's not entertaining. See, I do streams for entertainment. So sometimes real life isn't so entertaining, especially when you're hearing parents argue in the background. Or maybe you guys get off to that, but still, I had this idiot, and my friend was on the phone. I don't think the phone call was like recorded or anything like that. Oh, thank God. And now he's on this guy's stream and he doesn't know that he's being streamed, and so was I. And then he gets mad at me because I roast a kid, a 12-year-old kid. I shouldn't be doing that, if I'm being honest. It's immature. But, you know, 40-year-old men on the game arguing with kids is also immature. But, you know, you don't hear enough people complaining about that. But now all of a sudden it's an issue for me to complain about or to make fun and roast some kid. And it was, you know, it is what it is, you know. I remember back in the day, you know, like Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, you couldn't survive. You were being called the N-word. You were being, you know, your mom got fucked by, you know, Ghost 367 or whatever. It was just whatever, man. It really was whatever. And now people get so offended so easily. It's like people don't have a backbone, and this guy doesn't clearly have a backbone, because if he did, he wouldn't be such a quite frankly, and part of my French, he wouldn't be such a little bitch about it. Because see, what I try to do, I try to like have a peaceful and civil conversation. Now my colleagues obviously want to make a big joke about the whole matter because it is funny. I can't lie to you, it is quite hilarious. But still, he doesn't want to join because he's just got this attitude. He's like, I know who and who not to stream with, and it's like, you don't have to stream everything. And not to mention, the funny part is nobody's watching his stream. Just like nobody watches my streams. After a while, when I reach a point in the game, I stop streaming. This guy streams 24/7, dude. Like someone's gonna watch or something, and no one's watching. He's got like 18 subscribers, which is a good thing, and I hope him the best of luck because it's not easy to get subscribers, especially, you know, he's taking the big risk of having, as he calls it, organic or authentic chats where you don't know you're being recorded, because apparently you act different when you're recorded, which is fucking common sense. You know, you're not going to talk about your personal problems on stream, but if you don't know you're being streamed, you know, you're just trying to connect with people, and you talk about yourself personally. Now that's out there, or, you know what I mean, or people now know your gamer tag or something, or it could be a lot of things, but now it's out there and it shouldn't be out there. So I don't know, to me it's a problem. To him, not so much. Now, like I said, I tried to have a peaceful conversation with him about it, and instead of doing that, he wants to leave the thing entirely and not address his point, because he has yet to address his side of the argument, which therefore it's like, what the fuck's the point? I'm just making a bunch of points as to why what he's doing is stupid, and instead of trying to give me his side of things, he's just leaving, which is just retarded in my opinion. If it were me, I would have joined and I would have explained my side of things, but that's just me personally. Yeah, he's streaming, but like nobody's watching, dude. Besides, he's all up 110% about his organic chats. I don't get that at all. I don't get it at all. Like I said, I mean no offense to this YouTuber. I don't want to argue with him, but like at the same time, it's just annoying because you see, I want to have a genuine conversation, and I get that you don't want people dropping N-bombs and sit in your chat, but at the same time, it's like, if you don't tell people you're streaming, it's bound to happen. So instead of giving us a solid like point to like, you know, debate and conversate with, he just leaves, and that's just disrespectful. Because see, now it's like leaving somebody like hanging, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to argue with him. I don't want to create a hostility. I don't want to make hostility. I have enough people I don't like. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't like me either. So it's like I don't need that, you know? So all I want to do is have this conversation. And it's a valid conversation that needs to be had, because like, I'm sure there's going to be people he's going to meet in the future that are going to be far worse than me and my old buddy Dominic here. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a thing of respect, because you see, we didn't even consent having our voices in this video, which I think is kind of like fucked up. Yeah, I argue with people. Yeah, I roast people on the game, but when I'm streaming, not so much. People don't want to, I don't think that's entertaining to hear somebody roast somebody else, and maybe you guys might, but me personally, I think playing a game and talking about it is more entertaining. So this guy, like I said, I have nothing against his channel. I have nothing against him personally. I just think his way of handling the situation is just retarded. You know? And I also think he gets offended too easily. But apart from that, I mean, that is what it is.
Wait, who gets offended too easily? What?
Zombies4dumbies.
Oh, yeah, of course he gets offended too easily. I mean, dude, the guy is a hypocrite. I'll just flat out say it. It's not a curse word. He's a hypocrite. Plain and simple. I don't want to start arguments and beefs, but, I mean, he kind of started it already. Hypocrite. That's the one word.
So here's how he's hypocritical. He'll tell Dominic, because Dominic doesn't want his personal conversations being streamed. So he'll tell Dominic he's like self-conscious or whatever. But yet at the same time he's self-conscious about his streams because he doesn't want you saying certain things on his streams. But yet he expects you to know he's streaming when you know he isn't streaming because he doesn't tell you.
You know, you figure with Jenny they can power all.
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. You guys leave in the comments what you think about that. I'm not trying to assault this guy. Don't, please, and listen, don't go to his channel starting shit. Don't go to his comments. Don't dislike his videos. You know, because, you know, he doesn't have a big enough channel to where it's like that's going to really affect him. You shouldn't do that either, because it's kind of fucked up. That's very spiteful. But I do think it's very annoying that he won't have that conversation, that he doesn't want to talk about it, that he doesn't want to prove his point, but expect us to just like sit back and like take it. Fuck that, dude. Like, I disagree. I want to have a conversation because I'm trying to avoid drama. That's the whole reason of having a conversation, is to avoid that unneeded drama.
Exactly.
But instead, you're creating drama.
You wanted to cause this.
Exactly. You create drama.
We weren't gonna make a video about this until I think he actually had the audacity to block me and XBK Killer Justin as well, because he can't handle when, I guess, people give evidence to back up what is said. And FYI, wasn't self-conscious, but now he's acting self-conscious, which makes him a hypocrite with the statements he made previously.
See, because if he wasn't self-conscious, he would have joined while streaming. He would have streamed that
Or
conversation.
actually, he would have just joined without streaming.
Can you play some Nazi zombies?
I'm saying, Solomon, he would have joined without streaming. He would have joined like a man and had a simple, I wouldn't even call it an argument or even a debate.
If
Just a
he even
simple
just came in to say,
conversation.
hey guys, look, I don't feel comfortable chatting with you guys anymore, I would accept that. Even if it has no point, even if it's not an argument, even if it's not whatever. I would appreciate that because he took the time out of his day. But no, he doesn't even have the dignity or decency to give us that respect. Instead, he's just gonna walk away like a little bitch, and that's just retarded, dude. I'm sorry, it's just retarded. That's the word for it. That's the word I choose to use. Okay, you guys can get offended if you guys want. I personally don't care. But it's just retarded because there's no logic in it. His name is, you know, Zombies4dumbies. I think he needs some reality for dummies because in reality, you know, when you do something without someone knowing, and then you get mad at them for not doing it the way you want them to do it, and yet they didn't know that you expected them to do that, because he has this expectancy, like he knows that we know he's streaming, but he doesn't tell us, which is just stupid entirely, and it creates its own problems. And why does it create its problems? Because, see, we'll act a certain way, right? The way we act on stream is completely professional. It's not the same way we act on stream. See, sometimes when I stream, someone will join and drop the M-bomb or something like that, and I get that, but what do? I make the videos private, and then I delete them.
Exactly.
That's my procedure.
But the thing is, we act professional. Like, you go to work, you act professional at work. You act professional when you're, you know, going to a movie theater. Maybe not professional, but you know what I mean. You don't curse because you don't know who's there. You know, somebody's kids, anything, any problems. You know, you go to a diner, you act professional. You go out to eat with your friends. You go into that restaurant.
But dude, that's like this though, Dominic. It's like this. You go to a rated R movie, and then you cuss, and a kid's there, and someone gets mad at you for cussing, but it's a rated R movie.
I'm
you know what I
talking
mean?
about if you watch any other movie, like maybe.
Yeah, I know, but that's basically what he's doing. He's basically like, it's like this, right? You're playing a violent video game with thousands of cuss words in it, thousands of this and thousands of that, violence, you know, profanity, and then, you know, someone gets a little bit mad and says, fucking damn it, and then all of a sudden you're getting mad at them for saying that. But yet they're recording that video game. So I don't get that. He says, I don't mind the cussing. Well, I mean, if he didn't mind it, he wouldn't, like, complain about it. And true, he's complaining about the N-bomb. I'm not gonna lie. He's complaining about that, and he's also complaining about me degrading somebody. Well, first of all, I wouldn't degrade somebody on stream, because that's just not cool, because now that person's, you know, but, you know, I roast, I make jokes, I join chats, and I talk shit, and then like 15 minutes later we're playing Call of Duty and it's cool, no big deal. It's all's forgiven and all's forgotten. But nah, man, instead of like being cool and live and let live, nah, man, he's just gonna get mad about it. See, that's the problem. He's gonna get mad about it, and he's gonna blame instead of try to have a conversation. See, I'm not blaming him, but I will say this though: he does need to take and assume responsibility for his streams, because those aren't my streams. I don't know that it's being streamed, and it's not my channel, so it's his responsibility. So you have to assume responsibility, and sometimes you need to be taught a little bit of humility to learn from your mistake. I guess this is his form of humility, is me making a video about it. Well, maybe he can learn from it. You know, I personally never liked him to begin with. I thought he sounded kind of annoying. He was kind of tacky and just kind of retarded, you know, I'm not gonna lie. But still though, I was you know, was able to play a video game and have a decent experience with the guy and have some decent conversations. But after basically pointing his finger straight into my face and blaming me and my friend for acting like we do, instead of tell us he's streaming instead of doing the simple thing. Because he said you could just make your voice to where it can't be shared. You could just tell us you're streaming. Like look, dude, if you're gonna try to argue with me about common sense, you need to consider what you're doing first of all, and then, you know, and I agree, you know what, I did have my voice not to be shared. So for whatever reason that my voice got on his channel, that's beyond me. That's a totally separate, you know, issue. Now,
did you mention when I called you?
Yeah, my friend called me, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want, bitch? Or some shit like that. And he's like, I don't know, bitch. And then it's like that, right? It's like we're just joking around. Well, now that's on a stream, and then he's saying that we're degrading each other. Like, what the fuck? No, it's like you need to stop being a fucking soft as a cupcake, and you need to, like, grow a backbone and not take offense to shit. Like, come on now. And then he wants to get mad about it and leave the chat. The chat that he's not even talking to us in. He only wrote maybe 3 things, less than a paragraph long. So we don't even have a full explanation. He hasn't yet provided us an explanation or a reason to why he does the things that he does. And I don't even talk to this guy enough to really have the conversation. And I want to talk to this guy because you know what? I want to avoid drama. I want to avoid this, and perhaps maybe we can be good friends. But nah, he wants to be petty and leave. You know, the whole victim mentality, like what they tell you at school, you know, be the bigger person and walk away. Well, what happens when you walk away? You leave a whole group of people feeling guilty and like, ah, shit, I didn't mean to ruin his channel, or I didn't mean to do that on his channel. But then at the same time, it's not your fucking fault either. So you got a whole group of people feeling bad. And, you know, maybe some of us really don't feel bad, to be honest with you. Some of us kind of feel like it's all his fault. And you know, we have every right to at this point, because he has yet to provide us a reason. He has yet to engage in a conversation about the matter. He has yet to put in any effort to handle the matter. So it's not my fault. It's not my friend's fault. It's his fault. See, the reason it's not my fault, yeah, I might have been the one to commit the action of dropping, like, you know, tactical, like, F-bombs and shit. But, like, dude, at the same time, it's like, this is the organic chat. This is the authentic chat you wanted. Well, you got it, and now you're upset with it. It's like this. It's like this. It's like a kid asks for a new car. You buy him the car, but it's not the color he wants it in. So he screams and puts up a pissy fit about it. It's like, well, you got what you wanted. May not have been exactly how you wanted it, but you got what you wanted at the end of the day. The only people that didn't get what they want is me, because what I want is a genuine, like, conversation. Hell, you can call it a debate, because I love to debate. A debate doesn't have to be an argument. And I think that's where people get the wrong concept, is because, see, a genuine conversation would look like this. It would look like me presenting my point of the matter, and then he presents his point, and then we talk about how we can fix the issue without having to cross each other's boundaries and having to make each other change. Because, see, not everyone's going to change. And if he expects me to change because he gets offended, he's got another thing coming. But see, I'm willing to keep an open mind, and I'm like, well, look, dude, if you tell me that you're streaming, I won't say certain things on your stream, and my friends won't either. But, like, you have to let us know. Because apart from that, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get your stupid, organic bullshit you want. That way, you know, you really see how we are. That way your fans see how we really are, how chats really are, because that's really how it is, how we talk, how we chat, how we hang out. Yeah, true, it's unhealthy. Yeah, true, it's offensive. Yeah, true, it's like, you guys are dicks. That's just us, dude. Don't like it, don't watch it. You know? Don't like it, don't record it. But his problem is he expects us to change without him changing a little bit himself, which is just completely rude. And that's why it's rude. It's inconsiderate, and it's just...
Good night, guys. I'm gonna go to bed, but listen to Solomon, because the Zombies for Dummies needs a reality organic check.
An organic reality check.
Contact, we got company.
Alright, guys, I think I said my piece. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. You let me know in the comment section below. How would you feel if someone recorded you and you didn't know it, and without your consent, what would you do in this situation, or how would you react to the situation? You know, if you guys decide that, you know, the appropriate action is to change your ways without him changing his ways, you know, I'll say that that's kind of being a little bit, I'm gonna say it, that's kind of being a bitch. You're not having any backbone. But if that's what you think is the appropriate action, that's what you think is the appropriate action. If you guys think that he should, you know, try to explain his side of the story, kind of like, you know, chat and conversate over what should be the appropriate action or course of action that we should take to make the situation and the matter better. Because I was more than willing, and I told him on multiple occasions to just join the chat and have a genuine conversation about the matter. Because see, I was the only one addressing it. My buddies were just making jokes about it. And to be honest, I don't blame them, because this whole situation is a joke. It is an impractical joke. And I quite frankly don't get it, because to me, having my voice recorded without my consent is a problem. And then him telling me that I'm the bad guy in the situation is just bullshit. And then treating my friends like they're idiots. And then on top of that, you know, blaming me. And then so he's like, well, look, if you feel embarrassed or whatever, you can make it so that your audio isn't recorded or isn't shared. Well, I'm perfectly fine with being streamed as long as I know I'm being streamed. It's like this. It's like you sign a paper saying, okay, I'm okay if you record me, but then secretly, without you knowing, they go to your house and record you taking a shower. You didn't agree to that. You didn't know that was going to happen because they didn't tell you. So see, I'm going to chat about politics. I'm going to chat about controversial issues because that's what the kind of things I talk about. Okay, yeah, I know. Don't like it? Well, then, you know what? Don't listen to it. Don't be my friend. But instead of telling me, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking about that, he just wants to just completely treat me like I'm an imbecile. And that's just totally rude. Because, see, I wasn't being rude to him. I'm only being rude now because it has just gone past the point of no return. And I'm still willing to have that conversation. I'm not willing to be his friend or associated with him at all, but I am still willing to have that conversation because I guarantee you there's a value there. That would be a great conversation because I love talking to other people. Communication is what makes us human. A lack of communication is just a huge problem, especially online, because online, you know, you communicate with people. That's the only way you talk and get to know people is by communication. And so if he just told us, hey guys, I think you should be aware that I stream when I don't let you guys know, so whenever I'm in the chat, you know, kind of be wary of that. That would have been 100,000% better. I don't even care if he blocked us right afterwards, but as long as he made that and addressed that and made it clear, that would have been so cool. But he should have done that. That should have been the first thing he said when he introduced himself online, because quite frankly, just doing things without, you know, it's like this. He says, okay, I'm gonna explain it how it happened. So after the fact, he did say it. He said that he streams without people knowing, but he already said that after he got 5 or 6 different like private conversations that shouldn't be recorded on his streams, and a couple of cases where people said some pretty offensive things, and you know, stuff like that. So he's going around saying like, well, okay, well now you know. That's like saying this. It's like saying, okay, well, I punched you in the face. Well now you know. Or, you know, I raped your this or that. Well now you know. Or I stole your phone, or I stole your tablet, or I stole something from you. Well now you know. It's like, it doesn't make it any more right. It doesn't absolve the issue. So there should have been an apology, but instead it's like, well now you know. It's like, okay, well, I sold you a guaranteed piece of shit. I sold you a product that doesn't work. You bought a car at a dealership, and the car didn't work. It didn't run. There was something wrong with like the transmission, or something wrong with the fucking, you know, something wrong with the engine, or maybe it didn't have enough. Maybe it had ridiculous amounts of miles used on it. and like the differentials were like worn out, the transmission was fucked up, not to mention the engine was probably fucked up and the carburetor needed to be swapped and there needed to be an oil change, but they sold it to you like it was a brand new car. And then, you know, you're like, well, shit, man, I didn't mean to screw you over. Well, now you know it doesn't work. Now it's your fault. Now it's your problem to fix it. So that's just rude. So anyway, all I asked for was a basic apology and just to like talk about it. That's all I wanted to do was talk about it because I didn't want it to be hostile. Instead, he's just avoiding us and being weird and secretive and creepy and just strange and obscure. And so now it's like, okay, dude, you're not assuming responsibility. That's the other thing I wanted him to assume responsibility because it's not my stream, it's not my responsibility. So, see, whenever I'm streaming, someone joins, drops the M-bomb, I make my videos private, then delete them. And then it's my responsibility, even if I got hours of gameplay, and even if it was a perfect stream, even if I had 1,000, like, viewers, it's now my responsibility to handle the issue as according. That's my procedure to how to handle that issue. We all handle things differently. The way you guys will handle that would be very different from the way I handle it. So for him to tell me that I'm in the wrong when there's a lack of communication, or it's like this, it's like a teacher hands you a packet, doesn't explain what the packet's about, doesn't explain why you're taking the packet, doesn't explain to you that you're going to be taking a test. Maybe that packet is a very big test, and they don't tell you the importance of it, and you don't take it seriously because they didn't explain what to do in the packet, so you don't take it very seriously, and they didn't explain the importance or what to do. And then they say, well, now it's your fault that you felt the bullshit. So, I don't know, man. To me, it just seems like a big hiatus. And so me addressing the issue still, he is yet to address anything. The most he did was tell me and my friends, if you guys feel embarrassed, you should probably make your voices to be shared, not allowed. Well, I think since he deleted one of his videos or two of his videos, I don't know. He might have, he might not have, I don't know. Because someone did drop the M-bomb. So he might have deleted that one. Which is good, because now he's assuming responsibility. It's his video, so he has to delete it. And I would be kind of pissed too. Especially if you're getting good gameplay in. But the bigger problem is no one's watching him. He's yet to explain, you know, his reasons as to why he does. I mean, why he doesn't. He just said he likes organic chats, and you're not real, and you're self-conscious when you're on, you know, when you're on stream. Well, yeah, you're self-conscious. There's people watching you, random people you don't even know that are watching you.
I'm hopping on Hunter.
I'm gonna download that game. Cool. I'll be playing with you shortly.
Let's see if I still got it.
You gotta go back and play some Roku with me.
I'm not gonna lie, buying you on this game is expensive as fuck.
Well, anyway, as Dominic was basically stating, he is a hypocrite, and the reason he is a hypocrite is because he's going to tell Dominic, oh, Dominic, you're self-conscious because you're being streamed. Well, now you're being self-conscious because you don't want us to, you want us to act polite and shit on your streams. You're self-conscious about your streams. We're self-conscious about our, how people interpret us. So his whole statement and argument's automatically bullshit because of that hypocrisy. That one hypocrisy makes and breaks the argument. Now, fortunately for his case, in my opinion, it breaks the argument or it breaks any point of relevancy that he had beforehand, because now it basically means nothing, because now his point, he basically do as I say, not as I do. And because, he was self-conscious about his stream, and I think he deleted one of his streams. He got self-conscious about that, so he himself is self-conscious to an extent. So I mean, like, it is what it is. And I think that you should behave a certain professional way on stream, because YouTube is its own platform. It's not like your freedom of speech applies to it, unfortunately. And so as much as I would like it to, it doesn't. So there are YouTube policies and stuff like that. So I think that you should behave in a professional manner.
I already know I have to delete some games for this fucking Battlefield game, dude. I already know that for a fact.
Anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say about the matter. Let me know how you guys feel about the issue, or how you would handle it, or let me know how you would feel if somebody records you without you knowing. Do you think that person should be liable? Do you think that person's infringing on your rights of privacy and on defamation, perhaps, maybe to an extent? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings on the matter. But that is all. I'm not going to talk about this guy anymore. After this point, he is old news until he decides to make a response video and make it like the thing public and wants to talk about it, or talk about it in private, which I would respect that, and I wouldn't make a video about it if he wants it to all be private. But if he wants to, I don't know, it depends on how he goes about it, would be how I retaliate. So I will be watching most of his streams in the future to see if he tries to counter argue my point on his stream without me knowing, trying to indirectly argue with me, because I will not accept that. So I'll be on the lookout. But yeah.